All right, guys, we're going to look at graphing quadratics. Graphing quadratics, we've done a little bit of this before, but we're not going to worry about the shifting. A little bit different, but I think you'll see a lot of similarities. Let's get started. All right, two words are going to be huge for us the next couple of days are vertex and axis of symmetry. The vertex is the point of the parabola that is at the bottom. For example, if I drew the parabola, let's say right here, beginning at the 2, and I started going up like this, the vertex would be 0, 2. That's your vertex, that point right there at the bottom of the parabola. Or if the parabola is going down like this one, the vertex on that one will obviously be 5, 2. That's your vertex. The axis of symmetry is a line that goes right through the middle of your parabola. Here we go just like this, right through the center. On this one, I go right. We'll just move the whole thing. Didn't mean to do that. It's going to take this long to move everything back. Goes right through the center of the parabola, right through the vertex. And because it's a vertical line, this axis would be x equals 0 because it goes right through 0 on the x-axis. This one right here would be x equals 5. Your axis of symmetry is always going to be x equals some number. It's going to go right through the vertex. Whatever your x-coordinate of your vertex is, that's going to be where your axis goes. Vertex form is what we're going to see the most today, or at least about half of it at least. That's what vertex form looks like. And if you think about it, it looks like what we did earlier, like shifts that far to the right or left, this far up and down. The H has your vertical stretch or vertical shrink. But the HK is your vertex. And it's going to be easy to find if it looks like this. That is called vertex form. Make sure you get that down. If we write it that way, the vertex is the opposite of what's inside the parentheses and exactly what's outside. That doesn't sound familiar. Opposite of what's inside, exactly what's outside. And your axis will be x equals, it's always x equals whatever your h is in there. I'm going to show you a couple of examples here. All right, here's the first one. F of x is x minus 2 squared plus 4. First thing I need to do is find the vertex. The vertex is going to be the opposite of what's inside and exactly what's outside, 2, 4. So I'm going to go to 2, 4, right there. There's my vertex. Because it's positive in the front, because your a in the front is 1, it's positive 1. We've done this before. You know it's going to go up. And also because it's 1, you're going to go up 1 over 1, just like this. And you're going to draw your parabola. There you go. And your axis of symmetry, remember it goes right through the middle. It goes right through here. And it's always x equals, so we're just going to say x equals 2. All there is to it. Whatever your x is here in your vertex, that's also what your axis is going to be. Let's do one more here. Find your vertex first. The vertex is the opposite of what's inside, exactly what's outside, -1, -4. Going down here. This one's got a -2 in the front, which means my parabola is going to open down. So I'm going down 2 and over 1. I'm going to draw my parabola, just like that. A little bit skinnier this time because it's been vertically stretched. Your axis of symmetry, don't forget your axis, is x equals -1. And that's all you got to do. All right, so for vertex form, pretty easy. The only other kind of form we're going to do today is called standard form. Standard form is not factored out. It looks just like this: ax squared plus bx plus c. And they're going to ask you to do the same thing. They're going to ask you to graph it and find the vertex and axis. When it's in standard form, we're going to find the vertex by doing this. We're going to say -b over 2a. X is -b over 2a. There's your b, there's your a, and that's going to give you your x coordinate. So there you go. Your axis is going to be the same thing as your x. Okay, so no big deal. Let me just show you. Probably easier just to show you one here. All right, this one says graph this one. That's in standard form. So what I'm going to do first here, I can't just look at that and graph it like I could earlier. I actually do a little bit of work. So I'm going to do -b over 2a. And if I do that, there's my b. If I do -b, because it's -8, you just change the sign to +8. A is right here, it's the 2. So that gives me 8 over 4, which is 2. Now, that 2 is the x-coordinate of the vertex. That's the x-coordinate of the vertex. To find the y-coordinate, I've got to take this 2 that I just then got, and I got to plug it in for the x's. So I'm going to do 2 times 2 squared minus 8 times 2 plus 1. Now, you can either punch that in your calculator or work it out in your head. I'm going to do my head real quick. That's 4 times 2 is 8 minus 16, -8 plus 1, -7. So my vertex is 2, -7. So I'm going to find that right here. Now, same deal as always. There's a 2 in the front. All right, so it's +2, so I'm going to up 2 and over 1. I'm going to draw my parabola. And also, don't forget your axis. Your axis is going to be x equals 2. Whatever you got for your vertex, also your axis every stinking time. All right, and that's all we're doing tomorrow. 2 types. Okay, we got vertex form, which is very easy. Everything's right there for you. And standard form, we got to do a little bit of work to find your vertex, the negative b over 2a. Hope that's all good with you. I'll see you. We'll work on this tomorrow like we always do. See ya then.